What's up, boys? It is Mooseman here, back again with another story time. Today's story time is going to be an absolutely crazy one. I know you guys are going to enjoy it, so if you do end up enjoying this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. You'd really be doing me a big favor. Yes, I know I have been gone for a little while, but I'm sorry, alright? I just haven't been able to upload as much as I really wanted to, so, yeah, just school and things, but I'm back now, so hi, I guess. But yeah, with all that being said, just go ahead and like and subscribe. You'd really be doing me a big favor. Yeah, let's just get into the story time. Alright, so this story time takes place around a couple of weeks ago, alright? So, this day starts off like any other one. I wake up around really early because I had taken some Benadryl that night. So I went to sleep really early, so I woke up early, right? So I get up early, I do everything I have to do, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, put on some new clothes, I shower, do all that, you know? Now, once I'm done with that, I go outside and start skating, right? Because every single day I go out and there's this little concrete slab out in my backyard, and that's where I like skate and shit, right? When I don't want to go to the park or anything, right? So I go over there and I'm skating and I'm just having fun like I always do, right? And then I'm skating and then I hear from the left of me that there's like a dog barking, and it was kind of close, so I was like, oh shit, there's a dog. So I go over, and it was in the back of my house, and my house is on a hill, so you can basically just walk around the house to the side and you can still be in the backyard, but you can see, you know, the street in front of us, right? So I look out and I see this this guy, and he was our neighbor, and he was like at his doorway, and a dog was like barking at him from his front porch, right? So he looks at me, he's like, hey, is this your dog? And I'm like, no, it's not. He was like, okay. And I keep watching, and eventually I just get bored. He tells the dog to leave and everything, and it just doesn't, because it's a dog and it doesn't follow orders. So the dog doesn't leave, and I get bored of it, and I go ahead and I keep skating, right? And this continues for about a couple of minutes. I'd say 10 to 15, right? So after 10 to 15 minutes of just this guy telling the dog to leave, and the dog that just keeps barking, all I hear is 2 gunshots, right? And it was pretty close to me, so I was like, oh shit, I gotta go in the house. So we don't hear gunshots on our street at all. Like, I have never witnessed a shooting anywhere near my street, you dig? So I'm like, oh shit, this must be serious. So I go and I'm about to run in the house, right? And then after that, I hear a dog whimpering, and I'm like, oh shit. And by that time, I had already known what happened. So I go out, and like I said, I can just go over to the side of my house and I can see what's going on the street. So I go out, and sure enough, I see this dog limping away, fucking crying and shit, right? And I could see the smoke from when he had shot the gun. It was obvious that he had shot in the dog. And then a couple minutes later, my sister comes out and tells me to go in the house, right? So I go in the house, and she's like, oh, did you see anything happen? Like, what happened? And I was like, oh, our neighbor shot a dog that was in front of his porch, and she could not believe that had happened. So she was like, asked me. Right after I was just really interrupted. Back to what I was saying. I went out, and I saw the guy on the porch, and he had the gun in his hand. He was like, hey, I'm about to call the police, right? So I was like, oh shit. So, like I said, I go in the house and I started telling my sister all the details, and she just could not fucking believe it, right? And he's like, oh yeah, he comes up to our doorstep, right? He was like, yeah, I'm sorry if I caused any ruckus, I was just trying to handle the situation, because apparently the dog had tried running up to him and biting him, so it was a wild dog, obviously, so that's a pretty justifiable reason to you know, just shoot a dog, right? It doesn't sound good at all. I agree that it does not sound good, but he was just trying to protect himself. I mean, he could have did it in another way, but he chose to shoot the dog, so I didn't shoot the dog, he did. So, yeah, and I tell my sister the information, but you may be seeing the time on this video, you may be like, oh, well, that should be the end of the story, right? It isn't. So later on that day, actually at nighttime, it was pitch black. It's probably like 9 o'clock, right? And it was a Friday, so the weekend's about to be the next day. Like, I'm trying to go ahead and go to sleep. So, we're sitting down, and my whole entire family's sitting in the living room, and we hear a knock on our door. So I go answer it, and sure enough, it is the fucking police, right? So apparently, the police, because of the shooting that they had heard, they went out and they were there for questioning. So I don't know why didn't come immediately once somebody called the police. I don't know why somebody would call the police like fucking a couple of hours after the incident had happened. Like, it was completely nighttime at that point. So they should have called the police way earlier. But besides that, they come to the house and they're asking my mom and my sister questions. And after the entire questioning session, they leave. And that's about it. My neighbor wasn't arrested, but he was, I guess, fined. I don't know. I don't really know what happened to him, but all I know is that a guy shot a dog, and the police talked to my mom and my sister. That's about it. So yeah, if you guys do like the story time, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. You can go follow me on my other social media applications or whatever if you want to. They're basically the same exact name as my YouTube channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support from you guys. It really is appreciated. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.